Alright guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be making the Fushimi Inari Shrine Gates. Now, I was planning to make a Blender 3.5 new features video, but the topics weren't 100% yet, so I decided to do a little bit something more simple. A funny thing is, I'm actually going to this shrine tomorrow. So yeah, don't forget to check my other channel. I might upload a video tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Alright, let's begin. Please do note that we are only going to be making the gates. We will not be making multiple or anything. Not the scene, just the gate. So first thing, let's go to front view, and we're going to press Shift A and image reference. So we're gonna use a reference image that I made. The link will be in the description. Okay, let me load it in. Okay, there we go. So it will look something about this much, something up like this. Now again, it's not really in the center, so let's move it so that it's actually in the center. Okay, there we go. So first thing, let's delete our default cube and move this up. Around here is good. Okay, so what we're gonna do first thing, we are going to add a cylinder, and we're gonna move it up by one. Okay, let's go to front view and scale it down. Okay, let's move it, and we're gonna just make it fit this bottom black part right here. Okay. Okay, about this much. Now we're going to go into edit mode, select the top face, and press I to inset like this. And we are going to press E to extrude it up. Okay. Now we're going to extrude it once more. Right click and scale it. And then we're going to extrude it once more like this, and we got the first pole. So we're gonna duplicate it and move it to the right like this, and boom, there we go. So now what we're gonna do next is we're gonna make this bar right here. So let's add a cube again, move it up, scale Shift X. Okay, about this much. And then let's move it down, and then adjust the size to what we want. And then we're gonna scale it to the sides like this. Okay. It's not gonna fit 100%ly, but as long as it's okay, then it's okay. So now we're gonna make these flaps. We will just use another cube. Let's move it up. Let's move it GX, scale, move it up. Okay. And let's scale it down. Okay. So we want this edge to be with like right here, okay? Then we're gonna select the edge back here, and we're gonna move it down. There we go, we got a flap thing. So we're gonna duplicate to the other side, rotate Z 180 degrees. And oh, it fit perfectly. So we're gonna select both of these and then duplicate it over here, okay. So let's duplicate this and move it up. We're going to be making this bottom part now. Okay. So just put it around here. Let's scale it a little bit like this. Okay, and we're going to select this and move it up. And then we're going to scale it to the side like this. And there we go. Now make sure it's not floating like this. If it is, you should move this down a little bit. Okay. There we go. So now let's duplicate this again. So now we're going to make this black part. Okay, we're gonna select our cube and go into X-ray mode. And we're gonna put it around here. And we're gonna scale it to the sides. and we're gonna start modeling the thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna loop cut it a couple times like this, and we want it to be an odd number so that there's one loop in the middle. Okay, now let's select the loop, turn on proportional edit, and we're gonna slide it down like this. Okay, and let's also select the sides right here and move it up. Okay, and we're gonna scale it down a little bit. You want to forge it into the same type of curve. Okay, you can turn off X right now. And now let's right click, set origin to geometry. So now let's try adjusting it by selecting like the top face. Just the top face, and turn off proportional edit. I'm just gonna move it up. Okay, now I'm gonna go to here and move it down. Now we can't do this 100% perfectly, but this is what we can do for now. So now let's scale this to the Y about this much, a little bit more. Okay. Now one thing that we might want to do is we want to select this top edge right here and right here, and like move it, scale it down a little bit so that it's more curved kind of thing. Okay, so last thing, we just need to add this square in the middle. Okay, and scale it down, scale it on the Z, scale it on the Y. And there we go, perfect. I think it's a little bit more on the X. Okay, now it won't fit the reference to that well because it's not 100% symmetrical. So yeah. So now we can delete our reference and let's go to adding the material. So first thing, we're gonna make the top right here. We're gonna make it black. Now, whilst I was doing my research for this gate place, it's not red or orange. Well, to be specific, it's the color vermilion. And since I wanted to be accurate, I got the hex for the vermilion, so we can change from HSV to hex and just type this in right here. Hashtag E34234 and press enter, and there we go, we got vermilion. So now let's add red to the rest of these objects. And basically just select all of them and then select the one that's colored last, and then press Ctrl L and materials, and there we go. So last thing we need to do is change the bottom right here to black, so we're just going to select it and then press Ctrl numpad plus like this, press plus and new, and we're just going to select the black one that we already made and assign it. Let's do it to the other side as well. No, wrong button. Okay, plus right here, black assign. Okay, looks good. So now we can select everything and then right click, shade auto smooth, and there we go. That looks good. Okay, so that should be it for this video. I am pretty quiet right now. I'm recording this very late, so yeah. So that should be it for this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.